Hello, 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 hello. How are we? How are you doing? How are your Neopets? How's life? Let me know all that information in the comments down below. For me, my Neopets are alive, and I'm spending my Saturday nights filling out a Neopets survey. So that tells you, like just the gist of how poppin' my social life is. Anyways, I was gonna come on here and do dailies, and I actually filmed and recorded dailies, and I wasn't entirely satisfied with it, and so you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see those dailies. Nothing special happened. I didn't do my lab zaps or anything, so we can do that at the end of this maybe. But Neopets came out with this survey about merchandise, and I thought I could just fill it out live with y'all's, cause this is fun for me. This is very fun. Um, This is a survey. There's a link on jellyneo. We're gonna move the tabs. Scroll. This is a Neopet shop survey. So this is in regards to IRL merchandise that Neopets can put out in the world. So yeah, it focuses on what you'd be interested in for merch. Species, color, pet, fairy, characters, lands, and more. It's your chance to let TNT know that there's more species than just the Shoiru, Kachit, Kugura, and Aisha! Exclamation point. Which is very true. jellyneo, shady, yes, but truthful, yes. If jellyneo is going to be shady, they're going to back it up. And so we're going to just fill this out. We have to start like with a base. My base is that I have one singular Neopets pin that I got from a box lunch because it was like $3 on sale. And then I got the item code and it's probably somewhere in my safety deposit box. And it is an Aisha. It is a pin that's an Aisha. It has a heart, it has an Aisha in the middle of the heart, and then at the bottom of the heart it says Neopets. So yeah. Okay. I'm not opposed to buying Neopets merchandise. Like, I have premium, so I spend money monthly on Neopets. I don't do Neo Cash though. I for merchandise, I'm not opposed to it, but I also live in the middle of nowhere because I know what is that boba promotion they were doing like 2 weeks ago? And everyone on the Neopets is like, look, I got all these blind boxes, yada, yada, yada. And then I looked up my closest location and it was 67 miles away. And I'm like, oh. So I'm happy to fill out my thoughts. That way jellyneo knows that those of us that live in the middle of nowhere deserve merchandise too. And that's no shit. I know that there are people that live outside the United States that get absolutely nothing, or shipping is 4 times the price of the item. So I recommend everyone fill this out. So basically the questions, they're going to ask you for your email, your username, your age, your location. Then we're on question 5. Where do you get your Neopets merch news? Now, throughout this whole survey, I'm going to be talking about 8,000 things and it's not going to make sense. But the number one thing before everyone clicks off, and at TNT, I know you all listen to my videos. Thank you all so much. I hope TNT is subscribed to me. Please publish this information somewhere. Pretty please. Pretty please. Neopets loves to come out with these little surveys and I have no clue what they do with the data. But I want to see the results of the merch one. I do. So, interesting. Where do you get your Neopets merch news? Select your top 2. I tried to hit net, and then it comes out with this little, please select your top 2 sources for new merchandise announcements. Here we go. A year ago, a little less than a year ago, Neopets came out with a strange survey. And I'm going to say this again, because I don't think Neopets heard me the first time. Neopets team, please. 1, please publish this information. I want to know what you're doing with it, and I'm also nosy. But 2, bad questions give you bad data, and then you can't do anything with that data. So when you come up with like bad survey questions, you're not getting the results you think you're going to get. And by that, I mean, I get my news from jellyneo. So I clicked jellyneo, but I can't go on to the next portion of this because this is a required question and I have to select two. They should let me select however many there are, or it shouldn't be a required question. But now I have to lie. So now going forward, this is not going to be good, relevant data because I get all of my news, merch, and otherwise on jellyneo. Hence, jellyneo in every one of my videos. jellyneo was the tab. I open up jellyneo before I open up neopets.com. I need jellyneo in order to play Neopets. But now I have to lie. Now I have to lie because I solely get my news from jellyneo. I am a one news source girl. And now I have to click on something else. So don't make me choose two because I only get it from one place. But let's start off lying. First 4 questions, my username, where I live, my age, those are all good. But now this is no longer going to be a valid survey. I hope you all are buckled up and stocking your shop, because if you couldn't tell, this is going to be a long one. So my number one site is jellyneo. Let's just go top to bottom. Discord, I am on the Neopets Discord. I have not logged into Discord in about 6 months. I do not get it. I tried a lot in 2022 through like 2024, spending a lot of time trying to get in Discord, and it just is not the platform for me. So I am on the Neopets Discord. Haven't been active ever. Haven't logged in 6 months. Facebook, I don't have a Facebook account. I don't, and I feel odd, and I think it's because I work with a lot of people and I'm one of the more young, not anymore because we're getting our interns in. I know I'm going to be old and decrepit compared to them, but I'm one of the younger people on my team, and I like to think that because I'm young, I'm not on Facebook, and like Facebook is for like an elder person, but I also don't think that's true. I think young people are on Facebook. I think Facebook is something that I'm not a part of, because I was into Facebook a lot when I was in high school, and then when I went to college, I'm like, I don't want to be associated with any else, so I deleted my Facebook, and it's like, well, I'm not on Facebook. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I just should have said. But I feel like I want to make like an hour-long video filling out a survey that said it was going to take 10 minutes and talk about it way too much. That way you all have background noise when you're knitting and restocking and pricing your shop and doing kitchen quests, whatever you do on Neopets while I'm in the background, or whatever. Maybe it's not even Neopets related. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like, oh, I have to fold laundry, and this is the last YouTube video that I haven't watched. And it's like, well, that's an honor. An honor. Anyways, I'm not on Facebook, and I am convinced that there has to be other people that are not on Facebook, because Facebook just seems so it's like people act like Facebook is like having like a number, like an email, like it's just given to us at birth. It's not. Anyways, Instagram. I also don't go on my Instagram. This is again one of those things where I follow a bunch of people and then I don't talk to those people anymore, so I unfollow them. And then when you don't follow enough people on Instagram, they just give you like these random suggested posts and things, and it's like, I'm not interested in any of this, like, I'm sorry. So I'm not on Instagram. X, formerly Twitter, used to be my stomping grounds, and it is no longer. Reddit, I'm on Reddit. I'm on the Neopets Reddit. So that's probably going to have to be my second one. Email newsletters couldn't be me. Neopets will not send me an email. They know my power, and despite me being the number one Neopets influencer, they don't even give me the news in my little newsletter. They will not email me for anything. I take that back. They will email me when my pets come out of the lodge. But I don't ever get like promotional news, and I don't know if I like unsubscribed from that at some point, but I don't get that. And then the Neopets news feature. No, that doesn't work well. The little tabs that like pop up when you're on Neopets. No. And then I don't go to the news feature often because it's hard to get to. And also the little notification icons, they should turn those off. They should. So I'm going to go with Reddit, because on occasion I'll be scrolling Reddit and stuff from the Neopets thing pops up on like my Reddit homepage. But again, Reddit's one of those where I don't use it. I'm on like once or twice a week just for like a quick little scroll. But then I also figured out that in your settings on Reddit, you can turn off like the suggested stuff so you can stop seeing what's on popular and all that. Improves the Reddit experience, my guys. Reddit and jellyneo are my top two, even though these are not accurate. Let's keep going. Next, rank your top 5 Neopet species. Tip: not sure the exact name? Check the official list to make sure your favorites are included. This is dangerous. I love this. Neopets make this public information. This closes at the end of March. I need this raw data April 3rd at the latest. Oh, this is interesting because it's a Kugra. It's an Aisha on all the merchandise. I want to see what the Neopets team is going to do with this. I also just want to know what people's favorite species are. Because there are people that just have Chia accounts, and I love them. So let's remind ourselves of all the species. If you already watched my species ranking video, you know where this is going. You know where this is headed. But here we go. Here's everyone. Here's everyone. Here's the crew. Here are the first couple. If we keep scrolling, just so you can get like their official names, you know. I have so many thoughts on all of these Neopets that I share, not only in that one video, but in all of them. They should also ask for our least favorite species. They won't, but they should. That would be funny to me. So here are the species. Ooh, some good ones. A lot of good species. I guess these are kind of in order because like Norbs are newer, Vandies are newer, Varwolves are the newest. It's time to rank. And I clicked on the wrong tab. My number 1 species. Any guesses? Any guesses? Here's the thing. Do I have like a number 1? Anyways. Vandies. Vandigires. I have 2 of them. I love them both. We all need to have a Vandy on our account. Number 2. It's going to make the people upset, but it's a Chia. Chias are great. Chias look like Neopets. Why are they not on more merchandise? Put Chias on merchandise. Food Chias would go crazy. A food Chia. Fantastic. My next species, I hate to do it to them. I truly do, but it's Aisha. Little Aisha. Fantastic. A fantastic, beautiful, wonderful, excellent species it is. I do love an Aisha. Like I said, the one enamel pin I have is Aisha. They're good. They're my favorite of the popular girls. They're perfect. They have like one bad color. It's a great time. It's a great time. Good old fantastic time with the Aishas. Let's go over these species again because I can only choose 2 more. So here, just quick and dirty, my thoughts on some of them. Zweetox, yeah. I can see Chombies. I'm interested to see if like a Drake and a Croc, if they're going to be up there. Psy Bunnies. Psy Bunnies, y'all. Psy Bunnies, 10 out of 10. Grundos, if I had a top 10, Grundos would make the top 10, but we can only do 5 right now. We can only do 5. Akaras are interesting because my main Neopet Lepidolite is Nakara, and we all know the story of Lepidolite. Nakara was by accident. I did not mean to make an Akara. I'm coming around the Bloomaroos. I truly am. Love a Quiggle. Love a Quiggle. My first ever Neopet was a Kachik. Oosels are the base model for customizations, I think, in my headcanon. Why do wigs only look good on Oosels and on no other species? You know? Bruce's. A little Bruce. Yeah. Scorchios, chill. And then there's a lot of bad ones. But up next, they're gonna yell at me for this one too. It is a Nemo. Nemos are an A tier, almost an S tier Neopet species. They're a frog and they're really cool. And all of them look great. Who do you think my number 5 is gonna be? I have to go with my loves. My loves. This is just it feels good in my heart to put Techo down as my number 5 species. So my top 5 favorite species that I'm giving to Neopets in this Google Doc form. Bandies, Chia, Aisha, Nemo, Techo. Let me know your top 5. Let me know. Is anyone even listening at this point? Let me know your top 5 species. Alrighty, next page. Pets wants to make this next question 7 difficult for me. Top 3 paintbrush colors you'd love to see as real life products. I have questions. I will look at the official list of colors. Thank you for linking that right there, Neopets. So would like magma not be an option because it's not a paintbrush? I guess not. It's like paintbrush. Okay. All right. What do we mean by real life products? Like a physical paintbrush, like enamel pen, a plushie, a what? We have to know. TNT, what are you cooking up? Because now I'm interested. Now we have to go to the rainbow pool and see. Are we going to get a physical one? Wouldn't it be funny? This isn't funny. It would be funny to me, but it would make everyone else quit Neopets. If they're like, okay, fill out this survey and we'll give you like an invisible paintbrush, and then we get nothing, and then TNT will be like, oh, well, it's invisible. Funny to me, funny to no one else. A little bit bogus, but okay. What do we mean by product? Like, is it gonna be like a painted pet? So like I put like I love a Nemo. Would it be like a Christmas Nemo? Is that what we're doing with this question? I have no clue. But here are just some options. Here's some options. I'm gonna go with my number 1 first. It's gonna be Valentine. If you don't watch my videos, that's tragique. But I do love a Valentine's Day paintbrush. If you haven't seen my paint video, this is like the perfect connection to my old videos where I talk about my favorite paints and my favorite species. Like, it's all connected. Everything, it's just one big circle. It all revolves around my Neopets opinions, because I love Valentine. The worst pet will have a beautiful Valentine's Day color. So there's that. What's Void? Is that officially released? Why is the Umajin Chia Pop here? Would that not be all Chia Pop colors? I know my second. Elderly. Love Elderly. The Get Off My Lawn. Fantastic name, Get Off My Lawn paintbrush. Excellent name, beautiful name. And it's great, and I love an elderly pet. If I had to choose like my favorite of all the species, and even if we're getting down to like the Minchies, the Jubs, the Yerbals, the Kikos, the best of the worst species is gonna be Valentine's, or it's gonna be Get Off My Lawn. Now I have to choose my final one, which is interesting because like I can't just choose fruit chias as a whole. I don't think. Do I go plushie? Do I go transparent? Because I like woodland. I don't like swamp gas. Camo could be more. Usuki's interesting because that's like species specific. Then they also have like this random Chia Pop on here. So like, what do I know? What are you all putting on for this one? Just put what you put in the survey down in the comments below, because I'm interested, and I fear TNT's not gonna share this information with us globally, but they should. They absolutely should. But again, they're not asking the right questions, so they're going to get bad data as a result. But what is my third favorite that I would like to see as a product? And I have so many questions on product. I feel like Fairy is going to be up there. And Baby. I kind of want to go for plushie. Or toy. When toy is good, it's great. Truly is. Steampunk is great for like cross painting your pets, and I feel like we don't talk about that enough. But I think I'm gonna go with plushie. Plushie feels right when I'm looking at all of these. Plushie feels good. Let's go with plushie for real life products. Whatever in the world that could mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's go next. It was already long. Buckle up. Because Neopets is going to Neopets is asking, TNT is asking about our Neopian favorites for pets, fairies, heroes, and villains. So I'm gonna have to do some digging because I don't know. So the top 3 pets you would most like to see as merchandise. It's short answer, crazy work. Crazy work. And they're just like, please double check your spelling. If you don't have a drop down, this is what people are gonna put wild stuff in here. So again, we're not setting up a survey the correct way. But here we go. Top 3. Slorg. Spelt Slorg wrong. Ain't that crazy? TNT, this should have been a drop down. But Slorg is going to be my number 1. They give us a link, but they don't do that for any of the other categories here, which is wild to me. But let's look at pets. Showing all pets. This is... There has to be a better way to do this. Oh no. Can I just not look at list of like pets? Can I type in pet here? All pet species. Oh no, this is gonna take forever. There's too many. There's way too many pets. Way too many. Way too many, and I only care about the Slorg. Wait, I'll do Croc. Okay. Baby space fungus. There's just too many options. Look at all these. It's going to take me forever to go through this jellyneo list. I do like a Croc. Krabby Bot is cute. Krabby, that's cute. It is. Adorable. Love Krabby. Why is Krabby not listed here? Are these not alphabetical? That's fine. Doggle Fox. I don't know. How are we supposed to choose? There's too many P2s. There's way too many P2s. But the Flizzard hasn't been released on the site. What? Huh? Okay. Foobug. Frogs. Frogs might be popular. Neopets, I'm begging you. My consulting fee is not as high as you would think it would be, and I can teach you guys how to make a good survey that we can get good data, and then we can share that data publicly. Because this is crazy. Hassies? Is a Hassie going to be one? I don't know what my third one's going to be. Cadody might be up there. There's a mallard. I had to get a mallard for a quest, didn't I? Pile of suit. I might put down pile of suit. Might do it. Might put down pile of suit. This Romy 3T3. Any of the little robot ones, I have a lot of those. Snot Bunny. Relative of the Snow Bunny. So would they not just put Snow Bunny on here? Okay. These all better not be native to one land, because I do not have the time. I have the time. I have nothing to do. I'm spending my Saturday filling out a survey on neopets.com. That's what I'm doing. That was just one land. There, we're not going through all that. We are putting pile of suit. And we are having a good time. Now, please list your top 3 fairies you would most like to see in a dedicated series. What does a dedicated series mean, TNT? Because this makes me think they already have an idea for merchandise, and they want it to be like fairies. Are they going to be dolls? Are they going to be plush? T-shirts? Because it's going to be Fiora. There's always Fiora. Characters, all characters. Can I type in fairy? Fairy? How do I get my favorite fairies? Species fairy. Fairy quest. There they are. Are you not gonna just show me their pictures? Are you gonna just list them like this? There has to be a better way to do this. There has to be a better way to do this. They're ruled by Fiora. They're associated with different things. I like the library fairy. Can I put her on there? Does Marina count? There has to be a better way of doing this. Fairy. Hails from species. I want the species to be fairy because I'm looking for fairies. We have 31. Do I put Bailey on there? There has to be more fairies than this. Are there not more fairies than this? Who do I like? You, the library fairy, you gotta pass. Do you gotta pass? Is Mira gonna pass? Now we have to go to jellyneo and type in fairy, because give us the list for everything, TNT. Fairy, Neopets, species, fairy quest, fairy crossword, fairy festival. How do I get a list of all the fairies? You're gonna make it because I like libraries. So that's fun. Congrats, girly. And you also got to talk to Orion, so I'm jealous. You, Fountain Fairy Quest, species for fairy. Do like Illicit and Judora count as fairies? You would think, yeah. Why can I not just get a list of fairies? The moment I'm gonna be done recording, there's gonna be like an easy way to get a list of fairies. Marina! No, I hate Marina. Who are the rest of y'all? Do I put Queen Fiora? Soup Fairy. God respect a working woman. We can do Soup Fairy. Who else? This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. Do I put Illison? I feel like Illison would be one to already get merchandise though. Illison and Judora. And like Queen Fiora. Like Luxina. Like Luxina and Bailey are like so heavily featured in the plot that I'm begging TNT to bring back. Please, I cannot have a plot in 2027. So we have to get this started. Do I put Marina? I don't think we put Marina. Me and Marina are beefing at the moment. When are we not? And here's the thing. They're making me list 3. They're not, though. They should just have a list of all the fairies, and then I check which 3 I want. But now I can put anything in here. I'm not going to because TNT. You couldn't even give this soup fairy a name? That's wild. Fairy. Come on, y'all. Give her a name. Let the fans pick. Don't let me pick. So there she is. I respect probably the most hardworking of the fairies. She's feeding the poor. 10 out of 10. Who's gonna be my final fairy? What's the question again? Top 3 fairies you would most like to see in a dedicated series. I don't know what's the dedicated series? I thought this was about merchandise. Who do I put? Not the Krabby Bot. You're still there. Who else? Aileer? Why not? Sure. Aileer. Here we go. List your top 3 Neopian heroes you would most like to see in our next collection. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you already know who the first person is. You already know. And he better be the top 3 for y'alls. If you were not going to fill out this survey because you think the little book that you get as a prize isn't worth it, rethink. Because our collectively, beyond Neopets, kind of as a global community of people on Earth, our boy needs more representation. So I hope he is in your top 3. He better be, because he's my number 1. First person I thought of. Just, ugh. It's been a while. And then if we all put Orion, Neopets will know that he has to stay beyond the plot. Okay? Just just think beyond merchandise. Think beyond this survey that's gonna go nowhere. This is our opportunity. As flawed as this system is, our opportunity to let the TNT team know how much we need Orion in our lives. So I just hope everyone considers that as they're filling out the survey. Here's the thing. I don't know who to put as my other three for heroes. I also don't know who's considered a hero and who's considered a villain. So now I have to come all the way over here and type in hero. Who's considered a hero? Who's considered a villain? This doesn't help. Who's a hero? Who's a villain? TNT, come on TNT. You gotta give us some ideas of like who were heroes and who were villains. Characters. Cause I like Sydney. I like Reginald. I like a lot of people. Are Sydney and Reginald, are they considered heroes or villains? Heroes or villains? Let me know. Look, he's smiling. He's smiling. And there's no indication that Sydney's a hero or a villain. Because this is a very weird, horrible question to ask. Just give us like top 5 characters then. Top 5 NPCs that you want to see. Because like what, could I put like the guy that represents Kiko Lake as a villain? This is too much. Like what do you mean by heroes and villains? Like obviously Orion's a hero. But like other heroes versus villains. Like I see Little Timmy as a villain. But would Little Timmy be categorized as a Princess Fergie-Poo? Villain. But then also, do I take this survey seriously and think about who I want to see on merchandise? Because if it's who I want to see on merchandise, it's only Orion. I wouldn't fill out the rest of these questions. There's a red asterisk, so I have to fill it out. And technically, I could put whatever. I could put Orion 3 times in here, but TNT's already going to throw out my survey results. But like, what do you mean heroes, villains? Where would Eudora be? I also like, there's too many characters. Way too many characters for me to be doing heroes and villains. Yeah. Just not a good question. Not a good question. Sorry. I have no clue how to answer this. Because someone that I love, other people may not. Because my villains could be the entirety of Cheat. Could be a lot of people. And then the heroes versus villains, a horrible, bad question. TNT, I have such a low consultant fee. Who was putting these surveys together? Because they've not been good ever. And then if you have a bad survey, you're going to get the bad data. And then if you get bad data, you can't really do anything with it. There's a thing. There are people that make a lot of money to like do research and surveys and all of that stuff. And it's not, where would you put Dr. Sloth? Who like is a bad guy, but like kind of came around. This is a crazy question. Crazy question. How am I supposed to know? Do I put the Guess Away to the Marowaki on there? Give that man a name. Too many options. I have too many options. Would the kings be considered good people? It's a very open-ended question, too. Orion. Do I put Orion's full name? Do you think they know his full name? Orion. Let me put his full name on here, just so he doesn't get confused with any other Orion. Okay. Still don't know who's good, who's bad, because this is... how am I supposed to answer this? How are y'all interpreting this? I'm truly just wasting my time and yours doing this thing. Cause like Ozzy's gonna end up okay in the end, right? Like Ozzy's gonna end up like being good. So do I think about Like he's a villain, but like he'll be okay in the. Where would I put Sophie? Do I just put Reginald? Everyone loves Reginald. Reginald. But like, is he a good guy? I think he's. Are there villains in Neopets? Are there? Okay, I'm gonna put Reginald on there. Because me and Reginald became friends instantly. And I have those Festival of Fears. Watch that series. Don't watch the last episode because it kind of fell flat because I was like going through things that day, but I still wanted to film, and even though I shouldn't have. But anyways, love Reginald, love Orion. Who do I put as my third? Who was a hero? Who was a villain? Are we going classic like King Altador, Dr. Sloth? Is that what we're doing? Where are people gonna put Nyx? Not the shop wizard. Where are people going to put Tavi? Because Tavi didn't do anything. We all hate Tavi. Let's put. Okay. Let's put Vera is bad. And I love the plot. And at some point, I have to end this video. Let me put the shop wizard on there. Doesn't the shop wizard have like a pin or something? Could a hero be the giant omelet? Could a hero be the giant omelet? Because if the omelet turned gray, just like how lands are turning gray for the plot, TNT should have given us a checklist. Because here I am thinking that I could put the omelet. Would the omelet be good or bad? I guess the omelet would be good, and then that stupid loop that shows up whenever the omelet's out would be the villain. So do I do that? The red Terry that pops out whenever the sight's down? Where do we put the Terry? Where do we put the sight's not working Terry? That's crazy. This is wild. This is how I'm a wild Saturday night with my flavored water. Tonight's flavor is peach. In my Neopets surveys, I don't know who to put. I like Sydney. Do I put him in good? Because they're not heroes and villains. They should have just given like top 5 characters on Neopets that are not fairies, I guess. Because then people could put because fairies are big. Again, bad question, bad data. What am I to do? What am I to do? I don't know. Okay. Top 3 Neopet villains you would like to see in our next collection of whatever. What if I put... Who do I put? There's too many options, and there's not like a list of characters with their picture. Agent 00 Hog. What is this girl's name? Prince. See, because now, if they're asking bad questions, I'm giving them bad answers. Princess Fernie Pooh is now a villain. For anyone that is trying to get the cheat trophy, you know what I'm talking about. In TNT's making this a little too open-ended, so Princess Fernie Pooh's a villain now. She is, because if we're basing villains off of NPCs I don't like, I have more than 3. Truly do. Hate her. Can't stand her. But who else? Like Vera's a classic villain. Should I put Sophie on someone? Because I like Sophie. Everyone likes Sophie. You can't dislike Sophie. You know, there's who, I don't know who else to put on here. Sister of Reginald and Bruno. She looks great. I don't know who I put on here. Who do I put on here? Do I put who? Too much. I don't know who else to put on these. Reginald, we're gonna put Sophie on here because I like Sophie. I like Sydney too. I said Sydney first. I did say Sydney first, but I need to do that video where we talk about like my favorite and my least favorite NPCs on Neopets. I bet if I already had that video out, this would be an easier survey to fill. But now I have to think about another villain. I don't know what they mean by villains, like classic villains, like they're bad people in plots, or they're imprisoned and that's why they're doing, what is that game? It's not cheat. What's the other one that's like cheat that has a trophy? Cell block. Because in cell block, they're in prison. So can I put Master Vex? Or like the Yellow Knight? Because they're Dungeon Master? That doesn't sound good. He resisted Lord Cass? That's crazy. I should have put a Bloomaroo on there. They should. This is a crazy question. I'm putting Master Vex, and we have to move on. I cannot spend 20 minutes thinking about all of this, but I have. But there we go. There we go. Locking it in. But now I have to think about this video where I talk about my favorites and my least favorite NPCs. Because if we're including like Cell Block and Cheat, that's a lot of people. But as a villain, just Dr. Sloth. You know, so lots of questions to answer. 12. Select your 3 favorite Neopian lands for a dedicated themed collection. I feel like Fairy's gonna have to be up there. Not you just take me to the map. Come on, not the map in Neopia. Okay, here we go. Fairyland I feel like is gonna be up there. What else do people like? This will be interesting. What am I gonna choose? I like Fairyland, but I like fairies, but I like pink. I'm gonna put Neopia Central. I like Ruse. I like Bloomaroos. I like Bloomaroos. I like Rue Island, Terror Mountain. Haunted Woods I feel like is gonna be up there. Is Mystery Island gonna be up there? Is Croc Island gonna be up there? Will Kiko Lake be at the bottom? Morocqua. Lutari Island, probably not. I don't know if Lutari Island's going to be included, but you can't really do anything on Lutari Island. And like Altador is a little classic. That's like the capital of Neopets, unofficially. Bright Vale, there's a lot. I like Rue Island. What else did I say that I like? I like Haunted Woods, but I feel like a lot of people are going to do Haunted Woods. So I'm going to go with Rue Island. That was fast. That was so fast because they gave me a list of people that I can choose from. See how they should have done that from the beginning? Oh, Jelly World. Okay. Okay, I'm still going with Rue Island. But see how much easier and faster that was when y'all just list things out instead of having me type it out? They really should have done that with the fairies. Shopping habit and merch preferences. Rank your excitement for these potential 2026 product categories on a scale of 1 to 7, with 1 being most excited, 7 equaling least excited. So, can we have like multiple that are in first place? It looks like we can. Like most excited about everything. And then least. Or should I like rank are there 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna rank these in order to really shake it up. Really shake the girls up. So what am I most and least? I think we can start with those extremes. Most excited for and least excited for. I would be most excited for an accessory, a pin, a magnet, keychain, whatever. Least excited for probably a figurine. Probably a figurine. I'm not a big figure collector, and it would be a skip for me. And I know they have that new like Kachik baseball collab. Skip for me. But I already have a Neopets pin. I like a magnet, like a small little keychain, something small, something under like 20 bucks. Nice and easy and cute. Neopets, I can see it. What would I next be most excited about? Because I'm trying, I would go with, probably homeware. Like a little Neopets pen, stationery. But I'm also not, but I wouldn't buy homeware. Homeware, no. I'm gonna put board games second to last. Cause like there was the Monopoly fiasco. And then probably jewelry, just because I'm very picky with what I do with my jewelry. I only do like certain grade titanium stuff. A lot of piercings. I know y'all can't see that, but there's just a little hint. So I do have like a lot of jewelry, a lot of rings, like a necklace, a bracelet, and anklet. Love jewelry, but I have to get like nicer jewelry. I can't do like costume jewelry. I can't walk into a Claire's or a Hot Topic and get jewelry. And I feel like when they have jewelry on here, it's going to be that low level stuff. Not low levels. That was a very mean thing for me to say. Rewind. I feel like when they do jewelry, they're going to do something most economical, available to the most people. So that would be like your box lunch necklace. It'll make my skin itchy because I have nickel allergies. That's why I have to do so much with my jewelry. And I just don't see them doing like nickel free titanium, and they're not doing like solid gold. So that's why I'm putting jewelry there. Here's the, actually, I'm going to put blind box number 2, homeware number 3, plush number 4, number 5 is jewelry, 6 board game, 7 figurine. That feels good. I feel like a pin or a magnet or a keychain, something small and cute, is what I would most likely get. A blind box I put second because I'm in a blind box craze. Luckily, I live in the middle of nowhere. My closest Pop Mart is like 70 miles away. Otherwise, I would be there. But I am planning a trip for May. And there will be a Pop Mart and a Miniso close by. And I will be there. And I just love the idea of a blind box and just like wasting my money that way. Then number 3, like a desk mat, stationary home decor, like a little mug, mouse pad, whatever. Fine. Plush. I am not huge. I don't have a big plush collection. But in my 2 minutes a day that I have that's not at work or school, I have been watching a lot of Jellycat content. So I feel like plush will be like a big thing in my future. And then 5 is jewelry, where I like the idea of jewelry. I just know I specifically will not be able to wear it. And then board games, because I don't want Neopets Uno necessarily. And then last would be a figurine. Cool. What else? When deciding to buy Neopets merchandise, how important does each of these factors influence your final purchase? We have 6 options. 1, most important. 6, least important. So, when buying my 1 pin, what was important is that I was in a box lunch and I was impulse buying, and this was less than $10, and I was hungry and I wanted to go to the food court, but there was a big scary group of teenagers behind me, so I ducked into the box lunch to get away from the teenagers, looked around, bought the pin, and it was like cheaper than I thought it was going to be. And so then that was fun, and then I went to the food court, and then I went home. That's why I got my 1 piece of Neopets merchandise that I have, because I'm scared of the local youth. That's not an option here. So our options are premium quality, virtual prize, limited edition, rarity, exclusive to official shop, display / collectability, and everyday usefulness. Interesting. I mean, I guess factors that influence would price, do they not want that to be blown out of the water? Are we already just assuming that the price of the item will determine how it goes? But then I feel like those little blind boxes from that boba place, those were big on Reddit. Every other post was people posting their blind boxes. I don't know where I was going with that, but like, I probably was going somewhere with that. Anyways, what is most important to me out of these? I'm going to go with usefulness. Even though I'm not thinking like I can use it, like a consumer, like I don't, like not necessarily like a mug, even though I like a mug. And I'm not opposed to like a figure or something, but I feel like usefulness, that's fine. Then quality, very important to me that it can be durable. If I get a pin, I should be able to put it on my corkboard and it doesn't crumble. If there was like a plush, I don't want it to be like gross and old, and I want it to be soft. What's the third most important thing to me? Because when I say that I want like display / collectability, I like that. I love a figure. I truly do. Even though I'm not sure how that fits into everyday usefulness, even though I think it's useful, I think it's fun. It doesn't like that. We're gonna do display. Then we're gonna do prize code. And then I don't care about limited edition or exclusive to the official shops. We're going to do that. And then limited edition rarity does not matter to me at all. Just even like as I collect other things, we all know I'm like a collector. Like a lot of my hobbies involve collecting. I just said I fell down the Jellycat rabbit hole. Rarity doesn't matter to me. Truly doesn't. So there we go. Neopass and digital habits. Do I have a Neopass account? No. Not sure what that has to do with merchandise. Do you purchase mystery capsules or pet styles in the mall? No. Interesting. So yes, I buy both. Only mystery capsules, only pet styles. No, I only buy physical merch. No, I don't use the NC Mall. I don't use the NC Mall. I don't, but this is one of those questions where I would love TNT to give us the answer, and I know they won't. They're sitting on all this stuff, and they should make it available so the nosy people, aka me, can know. Let's improve. What can we do better? Your feedback will help us identify what we need to improve. So, shipping costs are too high. True that. International shipping not available. True that. Price is too high for my budget. Yeah. Items I want are out of stock. I've never checked. Haven't found my preferred style yet. Very true. Delivery takes too long. I haven't ordered anything, so I don't know. So don't tell me why. Technical issues. Never tried it. Just browsing. For now. True. I'm gonna go with haven't found my preferred style yet because I'm willing to buy Neopets. I buy a lot of stuff. Neopet stuff just doesn't work. If I go to like a Hot Topic and I'm looking at like the Neopets merchandise, it just doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna go with the preferred style, even though I think price is gonna come. Price is humongous as well. Huge, fantastic, big thing. Also, general shipping costs and international shipping and availability of prices. I think those are going to be the big ones the TNT is going to see. I just haven't found a style yet. Haven't found. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Your ultimate wish list. If you could have Neopets create or restock just one item tomorrow, what would it be? I don't know. What do I put on here? What do I put on there? Final thoughts or questions? We'd love to hear anything else you want to share with us. That one isn't required. And what do I put for these? If one item, what would it be? I could because there's nothing that Neopets has sold in the past that is sold out that I wish I had. And final thoughts or questions. I love Orion. Make Vandy's do something. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put anything for the final question. This last required one, if you could have Neopets create or restock just one item tomorrow, what would it be? Pins? They have pins. More species and more style availability, and I don't want it to just be like a baby Aisha. There's that. I know like the little keychain plush are super big right now. Do y'all want to get in on that? Blind box, what do you mean by blind box? There's that. What else does Neopets do? A Lego set? Do I put Lego species? Like a Valentine's van, the gear, something like that. Do I do that? That would be crazy. Also, I don't think TNT has the money to be partnering with Lego because I know Lego just did a collab with like F1. But like, would I do like a Lego building set for like a Neopet? I would. I would get a Valentine's Aisha or Valentine anything. But like a Lego would be a cool thing. But then I don't think Lego and Neopets have the same market necessarily, even though they should have a lot of overlap. But I think that would be interesting to explore. I just don't know how financially viable it would be for either Lego or Neopets. They already have pins. What if I do like the plush keychain a la like blind boxes? Because those are super popular. If you all want to know my favorite plush keychain, Farmer Bob. Farmer Bob. If you don't know Farmer Bob, look into him. That's my dude right there. The little plush keychain. There's like the Animonsters, the Annie Night Monsters. They're coming out with like a new dragon one. 10 out of 10. So I'm going to do like that. And then I'm gonna do like X. Do I put like a Farmer Bob something? Like a mini so, like mini so or Pop Mart style mystery plush keychain. They don't need all that information. I just don't want to think that I'm saying like plush comma keychain, but like Labubu. And then they could do like, get the Aisha specific ones. You can get like different paint colors or like fairies or something. I think that would be best for like a species. But I do like my Lego idea. Another dream idea, Lego set. Just so they know. That's not what they care about. Also, Neopets, contact me for my consulting fee. It's lower than you think. This survey, like all Neopets surveys, not the best created, so we're not going to get good data. But thank you for asking us about stuff, and thank you for acknowledging the price and shipping are going to be a big thing. I would love to know what you all put down in these. This was a very long video, but I just had to give my thoughts. And like I said, if you filled this out, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't filled this out, go fill it out. Let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't filled it out yet, who we're putting Orion down for heroes. Also, how did you think about like the heroes and villains? How did you think about that? Because I hope they're not expecting like King Altador versus Dr. Sloth, because I put Princess Fernie, who was a villain. But again, back to the top of the hour. Bad questions equal bad results. Anyways, there we go. I'm gonna zap. We're gonna zap, and then I'm gonna go. We're gonna zap, and then I'm gonna go. Pet Lab Ray. Remember when I put Pilus? Let me submit this. Okay, so for the prizes, your guaranteed gift, check your email. The handy guide to Neopian domination will be sent to you within 3 to 5 days. Giveaway closes on the 1st. Just kidding, it closes on the 31st of March 2026. 10 random winners for the keychain and coin, and they'll reach out to you via email, even though I don't get emails from them. Hence, going back to question number 5, where it's like, I don't ever get emails from Neopets, but they said you guys have to put down the 2 places you get your news from, and it's jellyneo. Don't make me put a second one down. There's my pile of, so let's do some zapping. Y'all's wasn't it so crazy wild Saturday night? Absolute wild. I'm allegedly in the prime of my life, and this is what I'm doing. Also, Zemophilia has don't. Okay, this Lenny has been every color, which is fine. But yeah, very fun. I love being allegedly young. And the best years of my life that I'm spending over analyzing a Neopets survey, and you got 3 movement points. You all have to go, because I will keep talking at you. I will. But you all have important things to do. I don't, hence me making this video about filling out a survey. You all go have a crazy wild time. I'm gonna keep thinking about this Neopets survey. Bye!